Poached eggs are delicious and loved by many people. They're also one of the trickiest ways to cook an egg. Too often, you get messy whites breaking apart in the water, yolks that turn hard instead of soft, and a plate that looks nothing like the restaurant version. That's why today I'll show you the expert method chefs actually use. Tip 1. The vinegar soak method. As you can see here, I've prepared a bowl and egg basket, 1 cup of water, and 1 cup of white vinegar. I'll start by mixing the water and vinegar together. Why white vinegar? It has the perfect level of acidity to gently firm up the egg whites. Think of it like pre-training before the big game. Now, crack your cold eggs straight from the fridge right into the solution. As they soak, they'll naturally warm up a little. Make sure they're not packed too tightly and give those eggs some personal space. Every so often, I like to swirl the bowl gently just to coat each egg white in the vinegar bath. Here's where the science magic kicks in. The acid in the vinegar is already working for you. It denatures the proteins in the egg white. Basically, it starts the setting process. That means when we move them into hot water, they won't scatter into messy strings. Instead, they hold a nice teardrop shape. But don't overdo it. Let them sit about 10 minutes. Less than that, and the whites can still fall apart. As soon as you see the outer layer turn opaque white, they're ready. Meanwhile, bring a pot of water to a gentle simmer. And I do mean gentle. You're not boiling pasta here. Look for tiny bubbles at the bottom, steam rising, but no wild rolling action. Do not drop the egg into boiling water. That will break the egg white. Now, grab a ladle. Tilt the bowl, scoop up 1 egg along with a little of that vinegar solution, and gently slide it into the simmering water. Don't dump. Place. Treat it like it's made of gold. At this point, no need to add extra vinegar or salt to the water. The soak already did the heavy lifting. We'll save seasoning for the finish line. Let the eggs cook for about 2 to 3 minutes. What you're looking for? Whites that are fully set but still tender, and yolks that stay beautifully runny. If the whites still feel a little soft, let them go another 30 to 60 seconds. But don't push it too far. Nothing's more disappointing than slicing into a poached egg and finding a cooked-through yolk. That defeats the whole purpose. When they're ready, lift them out with a slotted spoon. From here, you can serve them right away. The yolk runs golden, the whites are silky but firm, and the whole thing feels restaurant quality. This method gives you consistent results every single time. No vinegar taste, no messy strands, no frustration, just perfect poached eggs. Ready for avocado toast, eggs Benedict, or straight from the spoon. Slice one open and check it out. Poached eggs intimidate a lot of home cooks. But now, you've got the secret. Finally, sprinkle with a pinch of salt. Maybe a grind of black pepper. And hey, if I can do it during a crazy brunch rush, you can absolutely do it at home. If you prefer the yolk to be firmer and less runny, just cook it for 1 more minute. Sprinkle on some salt and pepper, and it's absolutely delicious. And there you have it, a perfectly poached egg. Tip 2. Vortex and vinegar. Here is another effective way for poaching eggs. First, start with fresh eggs. Fresh eggs are thicker and more coagulated, so they naturally hold together in the water. Older eggs, the kind you'd use for French macarons, are watery and thin. If you try to poach those, the whites break apart and it becomes a nightmare. Next, bring your pot of water to a gentle simmer. Not a rolling boil, and just small bubbles at the bottom. A violent boil will push the eggs around, crack them, and tear the whites apart. Now add about 1 tablespoon of vinegar. The acid helps the outer white set quickly, hugging the yolk instead of drifting away in wispy strands. Your egg won't taste like vinegar. Then take a spoon and swirl the water into a gentle vortex. Carefully slide your cracked egg right into the center. The current naturally pulls the white around the yolk, shaping it into that beautiful teardrop form. Let it cook undisturbed for about 3 minutes until the white is opaque but still tender. Lift it out, and there you have it. A picture-perfect poached egg. Silky white, runny yolk, and no mess in the pot. One quick note. This Vortex method only works well for one egg at a time. If you drop in two, they'll bump into each other and the whites will tangle. For multiple eggs, stick to the gentle simmer method without the Vortex. Poached eggs are perfect for dishes like Benedict, avocado toast, or even a fresh garden salad. The final result looks amazing, and it tastes just as good. By the way, where are you watching from? I love to connect with people from all around the world. Tip 3. The ladle shortcut. If you want something quicker, you can use a large ladle, place the egg inside, and dip it right into the hot water like this. It's a simple shortcut, but honestly, it won't give you results as good as the first two methods. Look at this. The result isn't that great, which is why I rarely use this method. Make sure you drain off the excess water before eating. By the way, have you ever tried poaching eggs at home? Did it turn out perfect, or was it a little messy? Tip 4. Use a sieve to remove watery egg whites. For the third trick, I'm cracking the egg into a small strainer. The idea here is that the egg white has two parts, a thicker sac and the thinner liquid albumin. By letting the runny portion drip through the sieve, you're left with the firmer part. Now add about 1 tablespoon of vinegar. Give your water a swirl again, slide the egg into the middle and cook it like normal. This approach I really enjoy. The poached egg comes out looking picture perfect, still using the classic method of cooking. But there's one drawback. You're discarding a lot of the loose egg white. If your eggs aren't super fresh, you might end up with a smaller poached egg that looks a bit odd, especially when making multiple. Thanks for watching Tom Tips. I am a man in the kitchen, just like many of you trying to figure out simpler, smarter ways to make food last longer. And that's why I love sharing tips like these. So now I want to hear from you. Maybe you've got a family secret, or maybe you've tested something I didn't cover here. Drop your tips in the comments below because I read every single one, and who knows? Your method might inspire the next video on this channel. If you found this helpful, do me a favor. Give it a thumbs up, hit that subscribe button to stay connected with Tom Tips, and share this video with a friend or family member who meal preps, packs lunches, or just loves having boiled eggs ready to go. At the end of the day, it's not about being perfect in the kitchen. It's about saving money, cutting down on waste, and making life just a little bit easier.